Hi, Capricorn. So, February was like that time of year for you guys to kind of think about where you wanted to be. Because we talked about like how Saturn was coming back in your sign, things were going to get a lot easier. And I feel like there are a lot of Capricorns that have their lives have kind of come together in relationships, in work, career. If you're a Capricorn that's still feeling a little bit lost from Saturn's lessons, you are not alone. I actually met a very good friend in February who is a Capricorn. And I say I met a very good friend because I'm pretty sure that he and I have known each other for several lifetimes, because it was like that instant, hey, I know you. You're a really good friend of mine. It's really nice to see you again, even though we're meeting for the very first time kind of thing. And he was like the epitome of Saturn's lessons. And the poor guy like went through it and went through it, especially in the last year. It didn't help that he's a Taurus rising also, but because poor Taurus has been through the ringer also. But Saturn really taught him a lot of things about himself and about his environment and about the people that he needed to surround himself with. And it's like February hit and he still was like, well, Saturn is back in our sign and things are supposed to be better. And I don't understand because I'm not feeling like things are getting any better. I just feel like things are getting worse. Well, as February came to a close, it was like this culmination, all of the eclipses that were happening. And you guys were really coming to that conclusion that either you were already benefiting from Saturn being in Capricorn, or you could finally start to see it. And I'm not going to say that things are like your life is just going to be easy and peachy and you're just going to have like gifts thrown at you right and left. Like, that's not the way it works. Saturn is a workhorse. We all have to work for where we want to go. But it was like that extra test, that push that Capricorn needed to see, yes, I am a cardinal sign. Yes, if I want to have something in my life, I have to go for it. There are some things that I'm going to lose out on, but I'm still going to be able to gain perspective on some other things. You know, we have to all, with Saturn in Capricorn, it is a very harsh lesson that we have to work for what we want, right? Or what we feel we deserve, or everything that we need in life. Saturn is going to say, you know, Capricorn is the sign of hard work. So, and you guys know that. You are the first ones to say, I will work for everything that I have. And you'll do it. You'll just do it. So March is going to be a much luckier month for you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because really knowing, even if you don't have a destination, you know the direction. And even if you don't have a firm belief in your environment, you're feeling a little bit more like yourself and coming to the realization that life doesn't have to be as hard as it has been. And we don't really have to make it that hard as long as we're doing the work. And Capricorn is the first one to say that, like I said. You guys will be the first one to admit. You know, we went through that winter solstice, and now we're going into, which you guys like are the ones that lead us through all of that darkness, all of that winter, if you're in the States, that is. And now we're going into the spring equinox, and things will start to balance out a little bit. Mars will be moving from Sagittarius into your sign towards the middle of March. And when everybody else wants to argue and fight, Mars and Saturn together in Capricorn is going to be like, nope, it's time. There's no more fighting. We are no longer arguing about what direction we're going in. We're just going to do it. End of discussion. Here we go. And that's where I feel like your March is going to be very lucky for you guys. And not lucky in a, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket and win all this money. That could happen. You know, maybe you want to buy a lottery ticket. But in the States, we celebrate St. Patrick's Day on the 17th of March. And that's really going to be like, I just want to say, like, having St. Patrick's Day, the luck of the Irish, you know, take a chance, Capricorn. Take a chance. Start something small. Move towards something big, you know. But we all have to start somewhere. And I feel like March is where a lot of Capricorns will start to see the benefits of all of the hard work and all of the lessons that they learned, you know. It's really interesting because I haven't talked to my dear Capricorn friend, so sorry I haven't talked to you for the last couple of days, but I did that on purpose because I didn't want to know about what was going on with him the last couple of days and project that into this reading, because the feeling that I was getting, and really I'm glad that I did it today after the full moon, because the Virgo full moon, you know, Virgos and Capricorns are so much alike and they're very critical. And I feel like the Virgo full moon is really bringing some of that criticism out with you guys. You're being very critical with yourself. So make sure you're a little patient, a little more patient. But, you know, like having that friendship and connection with somebody who I have like really saw struggle through the Saturn transit, and like, why, you know, why are things not working out for me? Why are they, and I kept saying, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, you know? And I just didn't want to project like his life and things are going, the things that are going on in his life into this reading. So that's why, you know. So in March, Page of Pentacles. If you're still feeling like you don't have much to offer to possibly a water sign or somebody who is very intuitive, very calming, somebody who is very nurturing in your life, you could have water in your chart also, but could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it could just really be somebody that embodies water. Like often I tell people are like, do this have to be a water sign? Well, like my leading planet is in Cancer, and it's Mars in Cancer. So I come out as the Queen of Cups all the time, especially since I'm very intuitive. That happens. So it doesn't have to be a water sign person. It's just somebody who represents that for you. Somebody who is very intuitive in your life. Somebody who is very nurturing and very kind and very open. And if you're still feeling like the page next to this queen, I don't feel like that person's really making you feel like that. I think you're making yourself feel like that. And like I said, with the Virgo full moon, there will be a moment of criticizing yourself, possibly. So try to stay away from that, because there are some really big things happening for you guys in March. And culminations, thank you very much. The world popped out. Culminations are, you know, the cycle that you have been through, that is Saturn, is coming to a close. If you still feel very unlucky through March, ask yourself, what is it that I am striving towards, and is that the correct direction I'm supposed to be going in? Because I feel like the universe has been giving you answers and has been bringing people into your life and has been, you know, pushing you forward in directions where you really feel more comfortable, but you're still a little iffy about it and not so sure. And you guys really are not wanting to talk today. Like, I am shuffling all day long. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. That's what I wanted to see. 10 of Pentacles. So even if you're feeling like a page still at the beginning of March, there will be a shift. And the gifts will come in, the blessings will come in. I've been telling Capricorn to be patient for a little while, and I feel really bad about it because we made such a big mess about Saturn being in your sign. And it is a beautiful, beautiful transit, you know, but it happens gradually with some people, depending on what your chart looks like also. But it happened so gradually with some people. Everybody was like, I don't understand why this isn't working. And then we, you know, if we look forward, future looking, we'll talk more about it in May, April and May, but Uranus is transiting into Taurus, and that's going to be a beautiful aspect for Capricorn because it is all about, you know, really like benefiting from working hard, right? Jupiter is also going to be going retrograde this week. And this will be a time for you, strength. You could have a Leo in your life. This will be a time for you to really go inwards. And instead of Jupiter creating the chaos in your life, in your external world, it will be like this easier transit, like I said. Instead of Jupiter creating chaos. And there might be a little bit of chaos, like a couple of days up until Jupiter transits. But for sure, there's this balancing act. There's this very lucky feeling. That card flew out. I don't know if you guys saw how that flew out, but you're going to like it when I show it to you. You're going to need a lot of strength for all of the really great stuff that's coming up. I'll show you these two cards, and then we'll look at stuff from the bottom of the deck. So we have the Star. This is the one that just flew right out. Like all of that healing and all of that balance. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is that fantastic spark of an opportunity that the universe either handed to you in February or you're getting it in March. And it doesn't have to be this huge windfall, like I said. It's just something that is really putting you on the right track to where you need to go in your life. Right? So we're going to get some balance and some justice. Some of you might have some legal stuff going on. You could have a Libra in your life or an Aquarius also, who really is kind of helping you balance this out. I want you to remember during all of this that the things that you have learned in your past Seven of Swords, leave that stuff behind. Like really learn the lesson. Really see what has happened to you in the last 2.5 years. Learn that, you know, see that and learn it and move forward, because it's definitely time to leave everything, like let sleeping dogs lie. Leave it all behind. Rise to the occasion, Capricorn. 6 of Wands, very lucky month for you. 6 of Wands, we have the Fool, and we have the Emperor, and the 2 of Swords, and the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So you could have an Aries in your existence, in your surrounding area, or any other fire sign. We do have Leo also. This to me is really like you rising above. You could be traveling in March. A lot of people are traveling in March, and and it totally makes sense. Because it is like the beginning of, you know, the astrological year, you know, new year, where we start. Aries season is towards the end of March. But I really feel like this is Capricorn rising above, taking that leap of faith, having faith within themselves, and moving forward in that very stylish, you know, you guys are so stylish, right? Very stylish, very put together, very... I'm going to climb that mountain and I'm going to get to the top and I'm going to do it on my own because that's what I do. This is who I am. I rise above. Watch me now. And that is what March is going to signify for you guys. There is this control about Capricorn that has come back. And you guys have felt out of control for so long. And even you Capricorn that have still been feeling a little bit out of control, there will be a control factor. Two of Swords. Don't be in denial that you can move forward. Even if there are still things lurking in your past that you have to deal with, it'll be okay. You can deal with that business. Just keep moving forward. And don't be in denial that you can't do it. And I feel like you have good friends around you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So make sure you're listening to them. Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Make sure you're really listening to them, because I feel like they have good advice for you at this time. And I also feel like there are going to be so many things that are happening around you that you will want to be, you will almost want to embody a Queen of Wands, you know? You want to have that fire behind you. You want to have that focus and that desire and that abundance, you know, that rising above. And you want to be able to have that fire behind you to take that leap of faith. So if you have to have this conversation, sorry, if you can hear my son, they don't have school today. It's like teacher development day or something. And he's doing that, like playing games or whatever online with his friends. And he's so loud. It's hilarious. It cracks me up every single time. He's Capricorn moon, by the way. Ace of Swords, like really having, you know, like becoming clear on whatever decision that you need to make. You know, because you may have these options that you're still kind of juggling, but you do have that direction. It's like I said, you don't know the destination. You just know the direction you want to go. You know, you don't know, it's like, I'm going to take this leap of faith. I'm going to have faith in myself that I know what I'm doing now. Whether I really know what I'm doing or not. I feel like I have helmet hair. My hair is really big. I feel like I have helmet hair. Sorry about that. And what direction are you going in? The Lovers? With a possible another earth sign, or you? Or you just feel like things are going really, really slowly. In the love department. I feel like this love department, even though it's a really close connection, it's kind of, and right now, it's like in your mind, but it's almost an afterthought. Like, I really got to get my shit together. I really got to get my life together. I'm really starting to feel, you know, my strength coming back. I'm really starting to feel my wishes coming, you know, into fruition. And I really want to go in that direction. But I really like this person and I have this great connection with them. And I want you to know that they're there, you know, and it might feel a little stagnant in March, but that's okay. I mean, Venus and Mercury are both in Aries in March. And that's kind of a hard transit for Mercury and Aries because there could be some like arguments and stuff like that. But this person is still there. Like, they're still hanging out. They're still there. I kind of feel like they might be floating above almost. It could be with the Queen of Wands. We do have the Queen of Cups up here as well. So just really focus on your desires this month, Capricorn, because, you know, I mean, I could go through this whole thing. Like, we have this really great Six of Cups connection. You might be a little tentative towards it. Page of Swords. You might feel like you have a lot of people around you giving you a whole bunch of advice, and make sure you stand really firm in who you are during this time because you're manifesting some shit. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles. And there's the King of Pentacles. There you are. There's that Virgo that likes to pop up every now and then. She's been popping up everywhere. I think this Virgo full moon has kind of like thrown everybody off a little bit because Virgo's been very critical with everybody and kind of harsh. Like, even just in the last 24 hours, I've had a lot of people tell me that the Virgo full moon has really been super critical to them. People are showing their true colors for sure. And Virgo is like, no, I'm not going to have that disrespect. I am, you know, look at me, look at me. Not in a bad way. I'm a Virgo. So, you know, we're not terrible people. I know a lot of people think we're terrible, but we're not. We're actually wonderful people most of the time. Some of my very favorite people in the whole world are Capricorn. So you guys know what I'm saying. We are so critical of ourselves that we like to look perfect on the outside. Even Capricorns do this. We like to look perfect on the outside because we're so incredibly critical on the inside of ourselves and so hard on ourselves that we want our outside world to look good. It's just true. But lucky, lucky Capricorn, right? I might have to name that video, the video Lucky, Lucky Capricorn. Because you guys are manifesting things, you know? You could have a Gemini in your world also because the Magician represents Gemini or Virgo. It's ruled by Mercury. So, but you guys are manifesting things and you're ready to go do it and rebuild. And that's awesome. And I'm so glad March is finally here because I kept on telling you guys, it's coming, I promise it's coming. The feeling, I know it's been building. And it doesn't feel lucky yet. You guys don't feel like Saturn is doing anything yet. Saturn is finally showing you're reaping the rewards. Okay? So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful March. Let me know what's going on if you guys are traveling and stuff like that. That would be really cool. I'm actually going to be traveling later this month, so, or towards mid-month. If you would like to have a personal reading, check out the InstantGo app. That link is below. I'm also have a very limited number. I don't even know how many, but I know it's very limited. For the $10 email readings through March. I may open up some more towards the end of March, but they will definitely be reopened in April. But for right now, there's a very limited, like, I'm talking like 25, maybe 25 left. Go to my website, fearlessintuition.net. You can also get any other personal reading. All of my services are 10% off through March. That is a huge, gigantic thank you to you guys for making this channel so fantastic and being so wonderful to me. And I hope March is as lucky as the cards are saying because you guys have a great, great March coming. I love you. I will see you for the second half. Bye.